I don't always have a romantic view of my time in the bush. A lot of films about the Australian bush are appallingly romanticised. I used to think of it as sort of narrow minds and open spaces, you know, sort of, I can take it but I can leave it too. You know, it certainly resonates with me, and I sometimes think of journalism as the last industry to honour its drunks, you know. We still, there's this sophistry that the best stories are found in pubs, and that's of course pushed by people who just like to get pissed every day. The best stories are not found in pubs, you know. All I found in pubs was a hangover. I can remember doing a film once where I was dragged into a similar scene like that, where, remember those two boys that went missing in the outback, and I tried to find out what had happened to them, and they were all hopeless drinkers, and the only way they would talk to me is if I would get drunk with them, and of course got to sort of midnight and I wouldn't have had a clue what they said anyway, and of course the point is they didn't have a clue what they were saying either. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's interesting too to see how much Australia has changed, I think. I mean, drinking was very common in a whole range of industries, you know, this sort of industrial strength. Drinking in the army, you know, the sergeant's mess at lunchtime, 3 or 4 beers. When I started in journalism, even broadcasters in radio used to just go to the pub at lunchtime and drink schooner after schooner and then go back and broadcast. I'm really pleased to see that some things actually do change for the better, because I wasn't ever a school teacher in a country town, although my father was, but being the local journalist wasn't too different, and I certainly remember that too. I can remember being expected to drink and not being all that comfortable with it. I do like a drink, I have to say, but I just don't, you know, not sort of at 400 pots a time.